Welcome back everyone to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn Modern Day Mod. And oh, what the fuck was that? Well, game definitely didn't like me zooming in that quickly. Oh well. Yes, so we are trying to break through the mountain line. We did in some areas, trying to surround this contingent of Chinese troops. And we're trying to have the AI be a little bit more sensible with our divisions, although I feel like that is not going to happen. We're gonna have to shift around some of our AI later. In the meantime, in our Shanghai pocket, we're just trying to hold our perimeter around the city and the two ports that are supplying our troops. For now, the enemy seems to be mostly spent around here and will not be able to completely force us out back into the sea. In the meantime, our navy is dealing with Taiwan's navy. Taiwan is of course now a puppet of China. Well, yeah, actually a puppet. And well, we're gonna have to deal with them eventually. Unfortunately for now, we're just gonna have to wait and let our southern thrust be the one that's actually doing all the damage, our rather southwestern thrust from Vietnam and Indochina. We're going to be trying to use that as much as possible. Okay, very good. It seems like our forces are posed to do some good work. There's still a lot of enemy ships, and ooh, this naval battle could be very dangerous. They have lots and lots of escort ships. Although, oh wow, look at that. Yeah, so our missile cruisers are pumping out, and they're pumping out the damage very quickly. So it looks like the ASMs from our battle cruisers are really stomping the Chinese navy to little pieces of scrap metal. We're also losing ships, but not as quickly as our opponents. Some of our destroyers are indeed attempting to escape. I hope that they will not go down, but they are. So this looks like the fight that we've been waiting for this entire time, with our navies able to actually bring a bit of a decisive defeat on the enemy. Very good. Let's see if we can bring in any aircraft to support this. Right now, it doesn't seem like we have much. We have these four. Yeah, no, this air wing shouldn't exist anymore. Well, I can have you providing air superiority, although I don't need it really. But yes, do have those four naval bombers. I'll also try to send in these other naval bombers. Any bit of help is going to be important. I hope they will be able to come soon. Although it does seem like our cruisers have this pretty much on lockdown and the enemy navies might be attempting to retreat as we speak. Very good. Now, it seems like they've stopped us in our push westward, but we will not have that. Okay, so there goes most of their fleet. The problem is, okay, these are frigates, so it's actually okay. We only lost one destroyer. That is what I was afraid of, because, of course, frigates are much more replaceable than DDs, as DDs are more expensive and they're just better overall. I'm just going to let my fleet repair at this point. Our missile cruisers are all pretty much fully operational, with huge numbers of kills under their name. Of course, they've gained pretty much heavy experience during that fight, so that's very good. At least we're not going to have a problem with that anymore. But we're going to have to repair our escort ships in the meantime. So unfortunately, any further naval pushes are going to have to wait. In the meantime, I can pretty easily push back the front lines in southwestern China, and that's a good technology to have, but what could be better is one of these. We don't have the date yet, it's still too early. Let's get some extra conscription, maybe. No need for new vehicles, it seems. I could upgrade my companies, or I could upgrade... No, I cannot upgrade my weapons. Night vision. Yes, that is a very good upgrade to have, as fighting at night is going to be about half of what you do. Okay, looks like we fought them once more and lost a pretty ridiculous amount of frigates. We've also sunk many of their light cruisers. That is our fleet that's, yeah, over here. We need to get this aircraft carrier out of here. It's trying to escape. I hope it will be able to. It's trying to get back to port to repair itself. You can also get back to port and repair yourself. Very good. So it seems like both of our fleets have inflicted heavy casualties on the enemy. For now, both of these navies... Yes, I'll just place them in a holding stance and let them repair up a bit, because of course that would be quite a priority. Okay. This is also going pretty well. And I think at this point I can try some more offensive moves. Okay, now this province is very interesting because it's got 3 armored divisions in it. So I'll use the armored divisions, 1 each, onto these bordering provinces, and they will lead the attacks, followed up by these motorized divisions, again 1 each. This one seems to be the only attack where the enemy is actually able to respond in kind, but still I'm thinking that they're not going to be able to hold the ground against us. In fact, this contingent seems very, very, very depleted. We're going to go up against it. Quite easily push through these defensive lines. Very nice. And once again they managed to hold onto this mountain province, but this time I will send in the mountaineers, and that's going to be enough to defeat them, and that's going to be the end of all those divisions down there. When it comes to air, it seems like we have air superiority all throughout, and the Chinese Air Force doesn't really seem to exist anymore, which is very good. The Taiwanese Air Force also seems to be taking casualties somewhere. Not really sure where that could be. Most likely southern China. Yeah, that looks like a Chinese plane, but I do not know. Okay. I actually have 3 dockyards. I guess I can have another line with destroyers. What about the destroyer research, however? Let's see. We can research destroyer 4. So in general, I'm going to save up my experience points. But we are going to have those destroyer 3s coming out. They're going to go ahead and reinforce my secondary fleet. I'm just going to actually rename it right now. Hold on. Really now. Another aircraft carrier. Good. Good, good, good. I guess I can just name them now Fleet 1 and Fleet 2. Just to make it a little bit more understandable. Okay, so my first fleet, doing just fine. Can probably do without those 2 extra DDs. Like that. So we're now pretty well off, and I am about to surround them. Excellent. Let's punch through this screen. Shouldn't be too hard, since all of their troops round about here are very, very heavily depleted. This should be very, very close to you getting in there. Very good. You're going to push them away from that encirclement so that they don't have a chance of helping out their comrades who are now encircled. Looks like the armored push went extremely well, and now we're going to reap the fruits of that and charge right into the mainland. Very good. Although that province might be a little bit too much that we can chew, let's do this. I've still got naval invasions all over. That is fine. Of course, this is because my fleet had to retreat back to port to get themselves repaired. Yeah, out here they're also very much close to having all those divisions be dead. Problem is, can't really do too much about that. I mean, our own forces are spread pretty thin around here, so I will not really risk them too much. That would be pretty foolish of me. I will, however, continue my offensive south. There's lots of Chinese divisions around here, but they're all very heavily depleted. So this is going to be, I think, a pretty easy push. And we have air superiority with close air supports working our way in there. Let's pull in my aircraft a little bit closer, getting in some extra mission efficiency from being in the area itself. Now we have some extra multi-rolls, which is very good, and all these divisions down here seem to be pretty well screwed. Very good. Okay, so it seems like in general we are going to be able to punch through their defensive lines in the mountains without too many difficulties. And now all that is left is to continue to attack relentlessly without really giving them time to recover. Like this. So we're worming our way in, and we're almost at the point where we can have a very huge encirclement going on. And that's nice. Let's send these two divisions in there to protect the flanks. It seems like everything around here is doing pretty well. Our combats are all winning, except for this one. Here you're just trying to hold the flanks so that all these divisions aren't encircled, and now they are encircled rather than us. So this is exactly the right time to push in and do some damage. Trying as much as possible. Let's actually try to retreat into there, because I want to hold that crucial juncture in the lines so that I can have a secure encirclement. I really don't want them being able to break out, because that's a lot of divisions that, once dead, are not going to be fighting us anymore. Okay, my armor up here in the mountains. I don't really want the armor there. Now, I have my mountaineer divisions spread out across the battlefield. At this point, however... Wait, who's that? Okay, good. Yes, now my... Yeah, that's a pretty good little line. That means that my motorized will be staying a little bit more east. I need a little bit of a better color for them, like this, so that it's standing out. Although that is the same color as China. Let's do this. Very good. That should definitely stand out. And my mountaineers... They're gonna be... okay, hold on. Let's just delete everything. And pull them in like this. This should be enough. Very good. And you all, except for this little chunk, Oh, come on. That was not meant to be. Oh well. Guess you can be this color to stand you out. And you're down there. These two divisions I do not know why are there. Bring them up. Like this. Very good. A little bit of organization to make sure everything makes sense. Like this. And in fact, I feel almost ready enough to let the AI off the proverbial hook. It's more a hook than a leash, because AI is more of an enemy than an asset. But oh well. Up here, with the Mountaineer divisions being here, I feel pretty safe just letting them advance with a balanced manner, because Mountaineer divisions aren't that expensive to replace once their equipment goes down. So we'll just let them do their thing for now, helping them out where needed. Although sometimes that is frustrating. Very good. Looks like the pocket has been completely destroyed, which probably contain most of the Chinese combat power in the area. Oh wait, these are the Marines. Did I sign the Marines here? Yes, I did. Okay, never mind then. I didn't realize what was going on. Let's assign all of them. I don't think at this point I really require these naval bases to be guarded down south. Okay, we have all these guys in our trap. And now I think I can destroy them with just one division, considering their very, very terrible shape. Although we might be wrong, and we might need to wait a little bit longer. We have 2 mountain divisions assigned there. Let's make sure that they have a plan going. Very good. Our workers are back in the factories where they belong. And now... interesting how you're not doing all that well, considering that you have an armor division. But let's just wait. Wait up. And... yes, just let everybody do their thing. You'll be provided in as a supportive unit. Yeah, up here things aren't going all that well for the Chinese. Not at all. The Taiwanese are trying to land into our country, but that is fine. Now our Mountaineers can definitely destroy that pocket. And it looks like our mountain detachment is doing quite fine for itself, but I need to shrink its size, the size of its front line a little bit more, like that, to make it a little bit more manageable. Very good. We've also got this little pocket taken care of, so I will reassign that division up here. And that is also going to be increasing the size of the front line, because we're pushing along here into this very, very vast open space between Sichuan, up here, Xikang, and then Tibet, which is going to confuse the hell out of the Chinese AI and let it sort of dissipate its forces throughout, instead of keeping them all concentrated into one area, ready to strike back at us. Let's use our Marines to get across this river. And we should be able to do that quite decently. They do have an air force hitting us, but their planes are going to be intercepted by our own vastly quicker than ours by theirs. Taiwan still moving in their infantry brigades, but not really achieving much overall, which is good. This little pocket of a province is definitely a good place to attack. And then I will move along like this. Should be able to destroy these divisions quite quickly. Hopefully. Never really know. Let's get across the river again. Very good. So our Marines are on the other side. And they can push in along. Let's try to surround these Chinese forces. I'll try to push for Guangzhou, which is of course also very heavily industrialized and a huge source of population for China. So this should definitely help in reducing their capacity to continue producing weapons and, of course, recruiting men into their army. Also, this is going to surround troops and allow us to capture Macau and Hong Kong, hopefully. Then you can help out in the fight against these troops to hopefully more quickly destroy them and allow us to surround this pocket of Chinese. Very good. Now they will be destroyed quickly, and we want the option that increases stability the most, of course. Continue to upgrade our lovely companies, support companies. And it looks like the Chinese will start to evacuate this area as our forces get some extra yeah, they just have way too many troops in there. We're gonna be, I think, content to just take Macau. Looks like our mountaineers are advancing quite quickly, and at this point I think that the superiority that we have in here is going to be pretty crushing. But I'm still pretty afraid of trying to do anything because the battleground here is pretty scary. I'm just going to continue our southward push, which is definitely more safe to execute. I'll try to push east and surround these guys into such a pocket like this. I'm showing it with my cursor. Shouldn't be too hard. Now I can try to surround Hong Kong, Macau, and Guangzhou. Hopefully, because urban fighting in those cities would be probably pretty annoying. Meantime, it looks like our troops in the mountains are doing quite well. And our advanced force is bringing up quite a lot of successes. Very good. Start attacking into that mountainous province. Okay, very high stability. Good. Now, once the armor division... really, that's a very low combat width. Oh well. Yeah, that's exactly what I was afraid of. But we can easily remedy that mistake. Now with the armor, we can easily also surround them once again. Okay, our push here is bearing its fruits, and we can surround them right away. Shouldn't be too hard to do so. And we're a part of the Security Council again, somehow. Okay, now we're getting very close to Chanda and Changsha, two huge cities, so should be very careful, as those are going to be probably pretty hard to take with the urban terrain modifier. That would be something to be afraid of. Okay. Seems like with human intervention, we're going to be able to quite easily punch through whatever is left of Chinese army presence in the west. And now we have that pocket under our control. Very good. Let's reduce it as quickly as possible. Shouldn't be too hard. We have another pocket formed in the south. And this is definitely going to be a strong play. Destroying quite a lot of divisions, and also Macau and Hong Kong with their factories. Good. Also improving our air force. Very good. Lots of overruns, I see. And France leaves the European Union. Oh, yes, of course, the French Commune. So it looks like France decided to stray from the path of European unity for their égalité. Yes, that seems to be pretty bad for Europe. They're probably going to build an army now too. I mean, they don't appear to have much of one right now, but it's very likely that they're going to have quite the ridiculous one in just a few years. This could be a big problem for Germany, of course, but I mean, for us, it's like, whatever. It's on the other side of the world. France doesn't really have any influence in Asia, so for now, we're just going to be... Oh, it looks like they managed to reclaim a portion of the line. That's very annoying. But we're going to be able to close the pocket in on them once again, I think, very quickly. Unfortunately, Macau seems to be very, very strongly held, and we're gonna have to do some interesting things to deal with it. Hong Kong also probably has lots of troops holding it. Or rather, whatever troops the Hong Kong Defense Force is going to be composed of. 9 infantry units. Of course, Macau capitulates. That's a lot of infantry equipment that they have saved up, so that is quite a welcome relief to our pretty empty stores. Let's try to see if we can take Hong Kong very quickly with our armor. But considering it's a fight on the streets, our tanks really aren't going to be doing the best possible job of it. We're gonna have our Marines instead push themselves and surround the city. Oh, come on. And they should be more than adequate to take the city. Okay, good. The pocket is close to being destroyed. Now we're in striking distance of both Changsha and Changde. That is going to have to wait. We need to destroy this pocket first, or rather create it and then destroy it. And we're also pretty close to Chongqing, which is of course one of the main Chinese cities. In fact, one of the top 5, absolutely going to be a priority target for us. Good. Seems like this little group of infantry is going to be no match for our armor. And now we can destroy the pocket with our surrounding troops. Good. The other pocket is also falling. With it fall 26 Chinese divisions. Yes, that is 26. Very good. That is exactly what I expected. Nothing more, nothing less. And now we can take Hong Kong with our Marines, who, with their elite training and superior firepower, can definitely take that country out quickly. There we go, giving us some extra trucks and equipment. Very nice. So now with China's allies being all gone, well, rather, not all of them, but almost all of them, we can think about something a little bit more ambitious.